What's up, conservative Cuban? I got a guest coming on in a few minutes. Ray from Country Crush. Yeah, I put the word out that Ray is coming on live with me. Just waiting for Ray. As soon as Ray wants to go live, we're ready. Have you and Rob made up? Not officially, but is Ray a bodybuilder? No, Ray is an arm wrestler and a promoter in this industry. Yeah. Ray has been a friend of mine for a couple of months now. And Ray needs a platform. Hold on. Ray is old school, man. What do you think about Prima Bolin, Deca, and D-Ball? That's a bad stack. Why, if you have real Prima Bolin, why would you mix those dirty drugs with Prima Bolin? Is Shay Fox still your favorite porn star? Absolutely. Come on, Ray, where are you? Jack and Jill went up the hill. Jack had $4. Jill came out down the hill with $4. Well, I just accepted Ray. What's up, Ray? Ray, can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you, brother.
I got two questions for you.
Yes, sir.
The first one is, do you believe in Jesus Christ?
Yes, I do.
That's all you got to say about that?
I was saved. He's my Lord and Savior. That's all I have to say. I don't have to prove it to nobody.
Okay. Second question. Do you believe in the Second Amendment?
Yes, sir, I do.
Is that all you have to say about that?
I can't enjoy in it, but I believe every law-abiding and responsible person should have a right to defend themselves and their family as our government do theirs. Why is Trump's family better than mine or yours?
Okay. The platform is yours, Ray. I want you to now speak freely.
Thank you. So, Steve Shoesmith, proclaimed owner of Native Strength and Iron, has decided he wants to go on social media, degrade me, talk shit about me, lie about me, with absolutely zero fucking proof. All over his bullshit fucking products. He has gone live and told people that the reason why his products didn't make it to the LA Fit Expo was because I was a fucking criminal. So, I have posted, Jay, I've sent them to you. I have posted actual letters from the Food and Drug Administration. I personally have made 3 orders from Steve Shoesmith. Not one order that I've ever made got to me without a hassle. The first order I ever made got held up at the Port Authority in New York City. Why? Because when the package arrived, there was an unknown powdery substance coming out of the box.
No, hold on, Ray.
That's because when they freaking opened the box up, all the containers inside were fucking crushed because they weren't packed properly. That was issue number 1. Issue number 2 is Steve Shoesmith didn't have the balls to take responsibility for himself, the owner of the company. He put it off on NextGen, which is the manufacturer of his shit products. When NextGen was confronted about replacing the products, their response was, why do we owe Ray anything? Problem number 2.
Wait, Ray, you already said you're on number 3, I think.
But okay, 3. But I'm going to say something more. Okay? Steve Shoesmith on that bad order did bust his ass to get it replaced. So that's the positive I'm going to say about Steve on that order. Next order. I ordered it. It took 2 months to get to me. And it was still short. Positive. Steve did bust his ass to get the shortage to me. However, this order too was held up by the FDA. It did get cleared, and I did get the products. My third order, before me and my best friend went on our 2-week road trip, which was in October, I put an order in for product. I didn't get it for almost 60 days. Well, no, that's a lie. 50 days. Almost 2 months. Why did it take so long? Because it got held up by the FDA again. Now, the first time, like I said, it was because there was substance actually falling out of the box. The second and third time that it happened was all over mislabeling on the package. They filled out the fucking the import slip wrong. And I had already prepaid for shipping, but I had to pay an additional cost when it got here because that was filled out wrong. So now we come to the order that Steve shipped over here for the LA Fit Expo. Why wasn't it accepted in? Mislabeling. They didn't have the proper weights on it. What they claim was in the product did not match what was on the label. In the last post, in the documents that I sent you via Instagram Messenger, at the very bottom, it states 5 different code violations that they found with that shipment. But I'm the fucking criminal, and I'm the fucking reason why the products couldn't get in.
Now, Ray, I want to speak candidly, and
Absolutely.
I don't want to ask you anything embarrassing. So you have a criminal record?
Yes.
Okay. Is that anything you would like to share?
So my first arrest, I was 15 years old. I got arrested.
That's bullshit. That doesn't count. Don't even talk about that. Move on.
Okay. My second arrest was for assault. As an adult, when I was in the military, I got an Article 15.
Military arrests don't count either.
Well, I'm just being straight up, bro.
Move on. Move on.
Then I got arrested for possession of steroids and sales of steroids.
Is that a bad thing?
I don't think so. I don't give a fuck about it.
I don't either. I love people that sell steroids. I encourage it.
So there was that. Then I got arrested for a DUI.
Well, that's a shame, man. I got a bullshit arrest when I was a 19-year-old kid in Michigan for something called driving while impaired, which isn't even on the books anymore.
Well, like I said, what I just listed off, I should have said that's what I've been convicted of. I've been arrested of other charges that I was never convicted of, that the charges are actually dropped, DA rejected charges. For example, my son's molester. If anybody knows my son, he's 7 years old. He's autistic. Well,
nice kid. I've watched your videos. I like the kid.
Thank you. Well, his older piece of shit half-brother molested him.
What?
When this piece of shit found out that I knew, he went and created a story that I molested him. So I got arrested on a felony Ramey warrant. I had to give my fucking mouth swab. I had to get fucking locked up in a little fucking shit cell, had to pay $5,000 bail, $20,000 in lawyer fees for a fucking case that never even made it before a judge. Never made it before a fucking judge. The Bear Valley Springs PD department tried to file that bullshit charge 3 fucking times and got rejected each time. Then again, I was arrested. It's actually a viral video, my latest arrest. I got arrested on April 7th, 2019 at Cub Lake in Bear Valley Springs for assaulting a police officer, resisting arrest, and obstruction. All that got dropped down to a fucking court citation for disturbing the public.
That sounds like a good time to me.
If you watch the video, bro, you laugh your ass off. It's actually quite funny. Big Chris, Big D was recording it for me. So this is Shoesmith's big fucking, oh, he's a criminal. But I'm not the one who's getting notified about their bullshit products and then going live talking about how he can still ship to the United States and talks about the little plan. Or how he's driving, headbanging, da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da, while driving in his fucking prison guard uniform.
Yeah.
Which, from what I understand, is highly illegal over there.
I really don't know about the rules in the United Kingdom. I'm not an international lawyer, so I really can't comment on that.
Right. Well, according to the people who do live over there, that's highly illegal. Apparently, also, when you're over there, if you work for the government in any form, whether it be a prison guard, a cop, now I'm not 100% sure, this is just what I'm being told, you're not supposed to own a business either.
Well, that's wrong.
Which kind of brings me to the next point, right?
Thank God we live in America.
Right?
We have a constitution to fucking protect us.
But you know what? These motherfuckers talk shit about our Constitution. They're trying to destroy our Constitution. But anyways, get me to my next point. Hold on, bud. Give me a hug and go. This is not a live feed you need to be on. Go back in the room. Love you. Brings me back to my point. So, from what I understand, you're not supposed to own a business if you're a government worker, a cop, a prison guard, or anything like that. So, when Steve Shoesmith sent an email physically threatening a female, well, this woman, her name is Karen Assett, did some research and found out that Native Strength and Iron was never a registered legal company in the UK. Found out that his logo wasn't trademarked or copyrighted. So she did it. And then comes born Native Strength and Iron Ltd. Now, despite all the legal documentation that we can back everything up with, Steve's been notified to stop his harassment. He's been notified to cease and desist all sales and trade under the Native Strength and Iron name and logo. He then tried to change his name to NVT and Iron or some shit like that, which we have now also, well, I haven't, but Karen Assett has. She has challenged that in the UK. So it looks like he's not even going to be able to keep that fucking name. But yet this man goes on in one breath, one video, he talks about how he's working 70 hours a week and he's just so fucking happy that he can pay his bills. And then in the next fucking breath, he's begging people for money. Now he's mad at me because his broke ass committed to something that he couldn't pay, that he didn't have the fucking money to pay, which was the LA Fit Expo. We did a live feed with the fucking with the CEOs of PowerX Energy Drink. Okay? We're talking about a company that makes me and Shoesmith look fucking like dipshits. Well, on this live feed, Shoey sat there and did his whole thing. Well, I'm proper embarrassed now. You know, you're telling the world that I'm fucking broke, blah, 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 blah. I'm sorry, guys, that I'm not looking at the comments. I'm just want to get this out.
No, this is your platform. Forget them.
So we go on, and Shuey says, well, listen, I can pay you out of the sales of my products. Everybody agreed. No problem. So Shuey comes over to my fucking house. I go down to pick him up. My kid's got fucking asthma. I'm not feeling well. And that's the other thing. Shuey's telling everybody that I'm faking, that I'm lying about my health issues. See, that's the other thing Shuey fucking sticks his foot in his mouth. Because I've got a file this fucking thick of my health issues.
Let me ask you a question. Your child that has asthma, is that the same child that has autism?
Yes.
Okay.
So
and you're not faking about your fucking health issues. Nobody sits in a wheelchair to pull a scam.
let me put it this way. I've had 2 major back surgeries. My first back surgery involved me getting 4 titanium cages put in my lower back at L45 and S1. My most recent back surgery, which was March of 2019, involved a laminectomy at 3 levels, T9, 10, and 11, with a fusion. I have what they call failed back syndrome. I also have a seizure disorder. And truth be told, if I take another shot to the head, I could die. If you look at my head, you can see the scars. You can see my battle scars. Unlike little pretty boy Steve, who only talks about his fights. You know, like the live, what do you call it? The FaceTime that him and I did that set this whole thing off. If I was there, you would never have said this to my face. Well, why wouldn't I? You were on your fucking knees ready to suck my cock at the expo. Everybody saw it.
No. Back up. I saw that picture. You were in a fucking wheelchair. If he's going to call you out and want to fight you in a wheelchair, he's a pussy.
You know? And like I told everybody, all this shit, all of it, I can back up. All of it. I offered Steve, I challenged Steve to do what you and I are doing. Come on, Steve, let's do a live together, motherfucker. Let everybody see. Nope. Instead, you know what he did? He reported me to Facebook. He reported me to Facebook for bullying. And got
Well,
my
if it's on Facebook, it's true.
Huh?
If it's on Facebook, it's true.
Right. So he gets my account on Facebook shut down for 7 days for bullying, and then got my Instagram shut down for 3 days for bullying. But this is pretty bad, Steve. And make the comment, and I quote, "Kids disappear all the time. You should keep an eye on yours."
Did he really say that?
On my father, rest in peace.
You know, we got to keep the families out of these internet battles.
It gets better. Then my fiance gets a phone call on the home/office phone. She's asked if she's going to be at the Anaheim Fit Expo because I've announced I have booths there. When she replied, yes, who's this? The answer was, don't worry about it because you're going to get skull fucked just like your bitch husband. So then I do a live feed. Challenging everybody. Bring it the fuck on.
That's fucked up.
Then all these people started coming out of the woodwork, messaging me about how Shuey fucked them over. And only a few of them have actually come out and said it publicly. You know, you have Shoesmith that first claimed that he fucking was best friends with Rich Piana and fucking was at Rich Piana's house and fucking he helped Rich Piana fucking design and build 5%. And then you actually talk to real 5% athletes and come to find out Shuey was only a fucking athlete for a very short time. And from my understanding, Rich didn't even know his fucking name. Now, I can believe that because when I drove Shuey to his Rich's gravesite, Shuey couldn't even find it. My fiance, who's never fucking been there, found it. Then Shuey got pissed off at me because I refused to take a picture next to Rich's grave because I don't believe in using the dead for clickbait.
Yes, I agree with you 100%.
Then, you know, and it's not just me, bro. He's talked shit about Joe Patero. You know, he's talked shit about the Misfits, calling Big Lenny a fat slob, calling you a dumb idiot. I can screenshot the fucking message.
I am a dumb idiot.
I know, I've met you.
We got to keep it light, but I am a dumb idiot. But he would never say shit to Lenny's face.
No, he wouldn't say shit to you. He was all pissed off because me and Joe went and met all you guys at that gym instead of going over to fucking Super League to watch him do whatever the fuck he was doing.
Wait, you were at that gym in Vegas?
Yeah, I was the cameraman. Then you and I hung out you and I got drunk at the alligator bar.
Oh, fuck. You know, I ate a space cookie that day from a dispensary.
That's okay. I'm smoking some space cookies.
We went to we did the Hoover Dam that day.
Right.
The Misfits Hoover Dam.
Right.
And on the way there, we went to a dispensary, and my good friend Brad bought me a $15 candy bar. And I did the smart thing. I only ate half of it. And then we get to the goddamn Hoover Dam, and I see that there's nothing there but a parking garage. And I'm like, well, fuck. This goddamn candy bar is going to be melted and turned into shit. So I ate the second half of my candy bar that day. So when I met you at the gym later on that day in Las Vegas, I was on a full candy bar.
I hadn't had anything at that point, but when you met me back at the bar, me and my buddy Chris, we smoked about 3 big fat-ass joints, drank one of those big-ass yard drinks, and then met everybody at the gator bar and continued to get fucked up. That was the first, in fact, that was the first night that I met Shuey. And he was sitting there talking shit about his wife, about how his wife hasn't given him any pussy for 18 months. And he was ready to go get laid. And then I offered to pay for a hooker at the Green Door for him, but he turned out to be too much of a little fucking bitch and wouldn't go.
Yeah, this isn't the right time to talk about that, but
hey, bro, this is why I look at it, brother. This guy is going around having my kids threatened, threatening my wife. I'm not threatening his family. I'm informing his wife that her husband is a lying piece of shit. And that if she was smart, because her husband is using her name and her email to collect money under a fraudulent fucking account on PayPal, if she was smart, she would correct that immediately. So I'm not talking shit about Mrs. Shoesmith. I'm informing her of the reality of her husband.
Yeah, we're getting into a gray area.
I look at this.
We're all gonna do things that might be shady to protect our loved ones.
Well, I look at it this way. Again, anybody that was at the bar in Vegas heard what he said. Everybody there. Doesn't matter who doesn't want to say or step up. Okay? Everybody knows the threats that he made against Joe. Everybody knows how he screwed over Big Rob from Chaos. Why does this guy get to have any sympathy while he's going around fucking up the names of good people or trying to fuck up the names of good people?
You know, I've been following Rob at Chaos Nutrition for a few months now, and he seems like a decent guy.
I've only honestly met Rob twice. Again, and at the Olympia, he showed up at the Gator Bar with Shuey. That's how I first met him. He's a Marine, you know, and he was talking to me about his company. Then I actually asked Rob if Chaos would sponsor an event of mine. And he said yes, he would. Now, Shuey did tell me that Rob wouldn't send the product, and in all fairness, Rob did it.
Now, I don't remember him at the Alligator Bar. I must have still been stoned on that. But I remember being the biggest guy at the Alligator Bar.
Well, you were close, but that chick that looked like Ronnie Coleman, I think, out-angled you a little bit.
Shit.
Do you remember her? She was there with that guy with the white sneakers?
You know, I remember meeting my good friend Crystal Anthony and her husband that night. And I love those two.
Isn't she and Rich awesome?
Yes. Richie is the salt of the earth.
I don't think I've ever met a more laid-back, chilled guy, confident in himself, man, to be able to just, you know, and Chris.
I'll tell you what. I'm gonna say something honest as Abraham Lincoln. There's not a man in this world that I want after me like Crystal Anthony's husband. He would kill people.
He's a silverback.
Yeah. That dude, if you piss that dude off, he's killing people.
You know, I got to say this, man. Through Joe Patero, I've got to meet a lot of really cool people. And I got to meet a lot of people that have been supportive, you know. And even through all this bullshit with Shuey, you know, I sold his products. The products that I tasted were good. I don't know what the fuck happened with this last shipment. But for him to go around doing and saying what he's doing because he's trying to save face and then, you know, is wrong. I mean, look at what just happened between him and Crazy Hawk. You know, out of fucking...
I'm not up to speed on that.
Oh, shit. Out of nowhere, Shuey starts fucking blasting Blackstone.
Blackstone?
Blackstone Labs.
PJ Braun?
What's that?
PJ Braun's company.
If that's who owns it, yeah. The company that sponsors Crazy Hawk and his wife.
Oh. I like them.
Well, out of nowhere, Shuey starts blasting them.
Shit, she's in the military, isn't she?
Yes, she's serving our country, yep. Crazy Hawk was in the Navy. Well,
oh, he's a fucking good guy. Now I know who you're talking about, and she's awesome.
right. So when Shuey starts blasting their sponsor, Crazy Hawk calls Shuey out on his relationship with Rich Piana and how it was fake. And then Shuey does what he always does, and he blocks Crazy Hawk.
You know, Shuey really got to me at the Alligator Bar. We were all hanging out drinking at the Alligator Bar that night after the Olympia. And I remember Shuey did a toast. And he wanted all of us to remember our good friend fucking Rich Piana. And Shuey actually changed my opinion of Rich Piana that night. And because I never really liked Rich Piana while he was alive, but when Shuey was practically crying, given that toast to our dear departed friend Rich Piana.
I was there, I remember.
And it seriously touched me, and I felt like a heel for everything bad I had ever said about Rich Piana.
Well, I didn't know Rich, despite what Steve tried to get people to believe. I only met Rich 3 times. The first time I ever met Rich was at Scott Mendelson's gym, and it was during a time where Scott was training for arm wrestling, and Rich was there, and I happened to be in the gym with him. That was the first time I think I spoke with Rich for, maybe all of 45 seconds. Then I ran into Rich at the LA Fit Expo soon after that. And Rich is like, hey, how you doing? I said, hey, I gotta go compete. And he throws me a fucking welcome to your world tank top. He goes, hey, wear this up on the stage and tell him that we sponsored you. So I go up there and say, hey, tell him that Rich Piana 5% sponsored me. Got done with my match. Went back, Rich brought me in. We walked around the little corner where he sits to relax and shit to eat. Spent like maybe 10 minutes then talking to him. Then the last time I saw Rich was at the LA Fit Expo when Mack Truck, and Rich had that issue. That's one of the things Crazy Hawk called Shoesmith out on. How are you so loyal to Rich Piana, but then you're trying to get fucking pictures with Mack Truck? Isn't that kind of weird? Why would you want a picture with the man who you claim is God, Rich Piana, and you want a picture with the man who hit him?
Right. I've never had a problem with Mack Truck until recently when he did that interview and called my good friend Joe Piataro a fucking pedophile.
Is that what that's all about?
Yeah.
Yeah, I didn't know. Yeah, that's fucking wrong, too. How the fuck you gonna say that? Joe served his community as a New NYC cop during 9/11. That's wrong. I mean, I don't know Mack Truck personally. I can't judge the man. To me, I can say the man apparently says what he wants and he'll back it up. But
you don't call Joe Piataro a fucking pedophile without me making a fucking stand.
Well, and that's absolutely correct, man. It's and it's just wrong. If you ain't, this is the way I look at it, right? If you're gonna make an accusation like that, you better have some fucking concrete proof, and I highly doubt he does. And that's the thing.
You've never seen the interview he did with that little fat kid, that Trigali guy?
I don't know about that.
There's some little fat kid named Trigali who's supposedly a pro bodybuilder, but now he's just a little fat dump.
I don't know.
Yeah, well, you'll get it.
You know,
Mac Truck, not once, not twice, but 3 times referred to Joe as a pedophile.
so that's just insane to me. That's just crazy to me. The Joe people I know, dude, you know, and I've had the great privilege and the great honor to be able to know him and get to know him both personally and as a business associate. We did a couple of expos together. You know, wow, just fucking what a great guy. Generous, selfless. You know, I can't say enough great things about it. So it blows my mind to hear anybody say that about him. Man, I've heard people say Joe's a dick, Joe's an asshole. And
Of course he is.
And he is.
Of course he is.
Hold on. Yeah, Bubba. Yep, and about, can you give me 5 more minutes and I'll finish up? I don't want to cut it short, but my kid comes before giving Steve Shoesmith any more of my time. So I just want to say thank you for bringing me on, man, and giving me a chance. Because, again, it's kind of hard to say what I want to say directly to Steve when he keeps blocking every account. You know, before he was blocking me, I was tagging him in all my posts so he didn't have to run, so he didn't have to hear it from someone else. You know, and the funniest fucking thing, bro, is this. He's blocked me from everything, right? But all these videos that you're seeing me post to him, I'm getting from his fucking cronies in his little WhatsApp app. His own people are fucking turning on him.
Well, that's the nature of the business.
You know?
We really don't know who our friends are.
Right. You know, but at the end of the day, dude, I'm just pushing on doing me, you know, keeping my family safe, doing what's right, and just hanging in there.
And let me ask you a quick question.
Yeah.
Those lat straps you sent me, have I done a good job of promoting them?
Yes, you have. I actually got to send you the figure 8s. I got figure 8s in. So I got to send you a set of figure 8s. And if you can tell me what size, what do you call it, elbow sleeves you wear, I'll send you a pair of my new 3-ply elbow sleeves.
I don't use elbow sleeves. I consider that cheating.
Do you? Not even for training?
No.
See, I have to at this point. My elbows, I mean, not that I'm pushing any kind of weight, because I'm not, but my elbows are so shot, even 225 hurts to press.
Yeah. I lift raw, which is basically just a belt and knee sleeves. I don't believe in any kind of aids.
All right, so
I use straps for my lat training, but that's about it.
You can use a belt?
Yeah. If you don't use a belt, it's called Iron Man.
So what size belt do you wear? I have lever belts.
You have lever belts?
Yes, sir.
Yeah. I think I have like a 44-inch waist. I'm fat as fuck.
So that'd be 3XL. I got that. So I'll send you a set of figure 8s and a belt.
What about my good friend Lenny, the big gargantuan fucking orangutan?
Big Lenny? What's his Big Lenny want?
Big Lenny, anything you send Big Lenny would be appreciated. Because Big Lenny, I don't know if you know much about Big Lenny. Do you know about Big Lenny?
Just from what I met, you know, when I talked to him at what was the name of that gym we were at when we were recording?
Oh shit. That's Rachel Picaro's gym.
Right.
I follow Rachel on shit. I forget her gym.
But yeah, just what I know from talking to Lenny there, and then just a couple of messages back and forth that he and I have shared. So no, I don't know too much about him.
Well, Big Lenny is out of work right now because he's not an essential employee. He's a bouncer.
Right.
So Lenny is out of work. So Lenny, if you could send Lenny a pair of lat straps, I'll make sure that Lenny promos them on the Misfits channel.
Not a problem. Tell Lenny to send me his address and I'll hook him up.
Yeah, we love you, Ray, man. We're behind you. And I am a firm believer in the Muscle Sports Magazine family. We are fucking family.
I appreciate you. Thank you so much. And thank you guys for accepting me in.
Well, you were part of the family before I was.
Well, you know, we're all pretty new. I think you and I came in at the same time. You know? Well, listen, brother, I got to cut it short. I got to get to my son. I appreciate you, and thank you so much.
Hey, God bless you.
You too, bro.
Over and out.
Later.
All right, man. That was Ray from Country Crush, who sells specialized lat handles that have a fat grip to develop arm strength, forearm strength. Ray is part of the Muscle Sports Magazine family, and Ray is a good guy. If you can't tell, I like Ray. So if you guys are Christian, if you guys believe in the fucking Second Amendment, you're gonna support Country Crush. So anyway, I can stay on. Okay. Anyone else want to go live? Well, I don't give a fuck. That was awesome. Ray is fucking awesome. And you guys got an inside look at the bullshit that's going on in the fitness industry. Right here on Big J's channel. All right, hold on. I'm looking for some, scrolling up for comments. Oh, shit. I'm way behind on comments. Accept Lenny's request. Jay, type of porn you've been keeping up with during the quarantine. Well, if I've said it once, I've said it 1,000 times. I like, when I put in my search at X videos, I always start my search with MILF big tits. And then I put in what I'm looking for, like MILF big tits gangbang, MILF big tits anal, MILF big tits oral, MILF big tits ass licking, MILF big tits whatever. If you put MILF big tits at the beginning of your search, you're going to get a better search. You did say you would drink a Colt 45 with Mack Truck. Absolutely. And this would be a good time to send out Mack Truck and Olive Branch. Mac or Wesley, whatever your real name is. Bruh, this feud is stupid. Come on, man. Yeah. Mack Truck doesn't want doesn't want to do this. I don't want to do this. Colt 45, Billy D. Williams. You know, Jared used to beg Country Crush for those lat handles. You don't beg. Never beg. See, you guys notice I put in a fucking word for Lenny to try and get Lenny some free shit. You look out for your fucking homies. What do you think of Lenny's home gym, Jay? I don't know anything about Lenny's home gym. I know all about Bradford Manor's home gym. It used to be my home gym. I am drinking. If Mack Truck wants to fucking have a 40 of Colt 45 and put an end to this feud, I'm all for it. A lot of things can be solved over a 40 ounce of beer. I always liked Mack Truck, but you don't call my friend Joe Piataro a fucking pedophile 3 times on an interview with some little dwarf fucking bodybuilder who calls himself a fucking pro, who's turned into a little fat retard. Who is this Trigilli guy? What a little fat faggot. I really don't. I mean, whenever someone who's being interviewed says something stupid, you got to look back at what triggered them. And that little fat loser, that Trigilli guy, he actually baited Mack Truck into what Mack said. And I've given Mack Truck more than one, more than 2, more than 3 chances to fucking distance himself from those comments he made. Now, from what I've heard, Mack is still threatening Joe Piataro. How well is that going to work out for Mack? Threatening Joe Piataro. Absolutely, it's not. So if Mack Truck wants to put an end to this feud, I'm throwing out Mack Truck and Olive Branch right now. Do a video and say, man, I was kind of baited into that, and I really didn't have any information to call Joe a pedophile, and everything's going to be good with us and Mack Truck. This is like my fourth attempt at throwing Mack Truck on the olive branch. We can just all be good. Now, you don't threaten one of my friends who happens to be a retired New York City police officer. I would never, ever fuck with a New York City cop. Let me ask you guys a serious question. Joe has a penchant with the New York City police. You think Joe ever threw cuffs on someone bigger than Mack Truck? Of course he did. There's 100 bodybuilders in New York City bigger than Mack Truck. So what Mack Truck needs to do is make a statement and saying, man, what I said was fucked up. And I didn't mean it. I was speaking out my ass. And then it all goes away. That's all the guy has to do. If Mac wants to keep threatening Joe, let's see how that works out. Because I don't care what city we're in when we go to an expo. The police are going to side with a retired New York City police officer. I'm sorry. It's just the truth. So, Mac might get in one punch like he did against Rich Piana, but I guarantee you he's leaving there in handcuffs. That's just the way the world works. So what Mac needs to do is issue a statement that, you know, what I said was really fucked up. He doesn't even have to say he's sorry. He just needs to distance himself from the comment that Joe was a fucking pedophile. That's all. Distance himself from it. But if he wants to continue to play tough guy, what's he think he's going to do? Going to shoot me? I mean, that's all the guy has. He's going to shoot me? Okay. I won't know when I'm dead. When I'm dead, I don't really care why I'm dead. But short of shooting me, he really has nothing. I saw what he tried to do to Rich Piana. Then he ran away. It's not going to work. It's a bedroom bully throwing out truth bombs over and out.